All right. All right, we're live. And I didn't clear my throat. Let's grab this. What's up, guys? Welcome to the daytime stream for Thursday. I have a sore throat today. It's really unfortunate. I had one yesterday, too. Here we are. All right. Grabbing this. It's weird. It's just on one side. The right side is swollen and hurts. Let's grab this. Today we've got what should the title be? Well, we've got an Osica Highschool restock, Pixar restock, Weiss Pixar restock, live card shop. Okay, and well, we need to stop and get prices for these. If we're doing the Osica High School, we need to get a new price on that. All right, give me a second here. What are prices sitting at for this Osica? Is it 12 packs in a box? I think it's 12 packs in a box. Give me a second here. Let them pay for my import fee. Hot damn, mister. Yeah, import fees. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it is 12 in a box. All right, so now we know that. Okay, and then let's see what price we went with down here. I guess it's under other card set. Osica High School DXD. We went with 10. All right, that's perfect. So Osica High School stays the same price. And then as for Pixar, I believe Pixar is just the standard $5, right? Let me go up here to Disney. So Pixar is going to be $5. Not only did I get one case, I got 2 cases. 2 of them of this Pixar set. There's a big chase card in it. It's the lamp, right? The Pixar lamp. That's the chase card. It's a pretty expensive card. I think it's like $1,000 or $2,000 or something like that. So I got 2 cases of it because the guy offered me a special deal if I would help him out and buy both cases. He had 2 cases left. All right, let me put these away. Very good. All right. And these Pixar boxes. Man, I'm still exhausted from last night. I'm tired from last night, dude. We were so crazy last night. There were so many sales last night. Oh my God, dude. We were so busy. I didn't feel like I had any energy to make a short or something like that. I did make a short showing off this little Haktua Arbok card because I think it's hilarious. But, yeah, I'm exhausted, man. I woke up today. I was all groggy. I was like, brrr. It's like a Minecraft zombie. And I was like, back to work. All right, let's move these bags. Well, it looks like one of the things we're going to need to do soon is clean up the table. There's too many bags on the table. Ah, itchy eye. All right, if you had so many orders, could you stream for like 9 hours? Well, I think the total stream time for yesterday was about 7 hours, or was it 7 or 6? It's about 6 hours. Remember, if we're doing a daytime stream and a nighttime stream, they actually add up. And I don't think I'd go as far as like 9 hours, but we do stream 7 days per week. So we don't take any off days. So that's pretty good. Yeah, 6 hours a day for 7 days would be a lot of stream time. But yeah, so we don't do that. We don't do 9-hour streams in a day. That's a lot, but we do work for more time. I like this Lickitung beating up the Weeping Bell, so I'm going to grade one of these Lickitungs beating up the Weeping Bell. I'll put it up here. Where can I put it? There we go. I just think it's another funny card. It's like a Pokemon with the long tongue, and the Weeping Bell looks like a flashlight. And you know I don't mean flashlight. Look at this. Haktua! What do you guys think? A break on this Arbok? I'm tempted to do a little Haktua break just for fun. You should do 100,000 sub, 24-hour stream with everyone sending a bunch of orders. I'm not opposed to making sales. It's just, I did a 24-hour stream back in the day, and it did not help very well because YouTube won't even let you upload a 24-hour stream. So what we could do is 2 11-hour streams back to back. But you know, I did a 24-hour stream on the TheCardconomist. It was not good. I mean, there weren't even that many people watching. So what was the point? There weren't that many people watching. People go, all right, this was fun for a little while, and then they just went away. You know, it's not like you're going to hang out. Are you guys going to hang out with me for the full 24 hours? No. You just like to see me suffer. Is it because you're an old man? You're like 90. Yeah, I'm pretty old. Let's grab this. Okay, we're opening up the iPad now. Hey, old man. Oh, wow, nice. We got 43 viewers pretty fast. You know, yesterday's live stream started pretty slow. There were like no orders. There were no viewers either. And then just all of a sudden in the second half of the stream, there's like this second wind comes in and we're just swamped with orders all of a sudden. So, you know, I got to remember that because at one point yesterday night, I was thinking, you know, it's a slow day. There's not too many watchers. Maybe I just hop off, go to bed. You know, maybe just kick my feet back, take a little bit of a break. You know, technically, I didn't really even need the sales. We did enough sales in the daytime stream. It was not even a big deal. So I was tempted, man. I had that swirling around in my head. I was like, yeah, what if you just take some time off? It's like anyone at any job. You go, okay, it's a slow day at the store. Close the store down. But yeah, I'm glad we stayed on because it got real busy in the second half. But you know, I'd really like to see a pattern on this channel where we get more new guys. Despite how busy we were, I noticed everyone was a regular, making the stream so busy. But I want to see some new guys, man. Look at that, isn't that cool? Oh yeah. Yay! Yesterday was chill, but then everyone went crazy. I think because we didn't have nasty mods. Oh no, not the nasty mods. Six says, I'd be here for 24 hours. Aw, you're the best, Six. Do it. I'd buy in Haktua. You want the Haktua break? I say we do it. The meme is still, it's not too fresh anymore, but it's still in people's memories. Let's look it up real fast. Cardos Arbok. All right, so this is Cardos Arbok. And we just want an idea of the cheapest one. So about 180. About 180, huh? And should it be a $20 buy-in or a $40 buy-in, you think? I think it could be a $20 buy-in. Should we have an extra spot for the star card? I say we do. So let's bring it up to 200 divided by 20. So it could be a 10-spot break. That's what it'll be. It'll be a 10-spot break. The Haktua Girl Arbok. Very good. All right, time for you to go to the mute corner. Hey! If I had unbought cards, is it best to email to verify if it's too late to ship, says Chris. Chris, you got 1 year to ship, and then after that it's expired. After that it's donated. That's the rule. A lot of shipping channels, a lot of rip and ship channels have nearly identical rules. In fact, I know one that's similar to mine where it's actually 6 months. So we give out a generous year. And yes, after 1 year, though, your cards are donated to your favorite streamer, Mr. Cardconomist, because you're a generous and loving guy. And so if it's been about a year or longer than a year, I would not worry about it at this point because it is very likely gone. Now, if you can recall that there was something special in the bag, like let's say, let me give you an example of something special. Let's say you had Umbreon alternative art in the bag. Look it up, find where you pulled it, and then cross-reference it with your, whatever, like your PayPal history to show that you never shipped. I'll go get you a new one, okay? Because I don't like to see people lose special cards. But there is just a point where it's like, all right, this is abandoned, right? There's got to be abandoned. So if people leave a card behind for like a full year, it's like, all right, at that point, it's got to be... we got them all piled up, too, on a shelf, too, and it's like, it's too much. You can't just have all these cards laying around and not being productive. It's like, come on, dude. So there is a point where they get processed. And typically what happens to them, they go into the Pokebrush, and that's about what happens. They go into Pokebrush. One or two of them might be graded. Who did you mute? Effing Blanky was timed out by Mary for 10 seconds. Mary, are you abusing mod power? We are. All right, I cut a really diagonal sticker. Here we are. Well, I've got some tooth pain, some throat pain, and some ear pain. Something's not right on the right side of my face. There's that chipped, there's the chipped root canal that I'm seeing the doctor on Wednesday. I got to see the doctor on Wednesday for that. He chipped it, not me. He screwed it up. He drilled it, and then it broke. So, anyways, I see him on Wednesday for that. So, whatever this is, I hope it's fixed on Wednesday. So, it's going to be a $20 buy-in with a 1 in 10 odds. $20 buy-in, 1 in 10 odds. And then let's just give it a name. It should be Haktua. We got too many breaks again. This seems to be unavoidable. We just, you know, when the breaks start, they can't stop. I just set out new one after new one after new one. I don't know. I don't get it. Why do I keep laying the sticker down diagonally? I'm not trying to stick it diagonally. Is this right? That's a little bit better. Haktua. Now, if you guys want me to make the slab really special, I could write on it Haktua, and I could sign it too. So I could say like Haktua, and then I could sign it. At that point, though, the price is going to go up if I do that. So you guys can mention that if you'd like. She doesn't respond to me. Arbok used Haktua, marry the fatty, nasty mod of the month. Be careful there, Troy. Oh, no. All right, so Haktua Arbok is the break. $20. Just a fun little thing. We have Mr. Jason J. Oa, and he placed an order last night. And he mentioned to me after the stream, because I missed it, to just turn into store credit. Yeah, he tried to buy something, but we had already shut down. $120. You know what he was trying to buy? 10 Cardos cards. These guys right here. All right. Lovely. It's got to say Haktua with your signature. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. It's not too difficult. I could set that up if you guys want. Man, these cards are nice. Set that over there. All right, and now if we do that, though, the price is going up because then it's a signature card. Okay, I got this fake ad. That's definitely not real. And here we are. Okay, we got Anthony Kalura, 5 Phantom Forces. Yo! I need that Dialga. 5 Phantom Forces. That is a huge order, man. You're gonna make me a happy man today. All right. He wants 5 of these. So you'll be happy to know I have a whole case of these Phantom Forces booster boxes. Back in the day, I bought a sealed case of these, and boy, did it go up in price over time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm a happy boy. Just going back in the right spot. Hold on. There it goes. All right. Sup, no Discord notification? Oh, we better get a Discord notification out. This is actually a pretty cool opening, so let's ping that Discord. We're live for Thursday day. All right, send that out. We're going to send this out. We're going to send this out. Today, we have a special short break. The Haktua girl, Haktua Arbok. Arbok used Haktua. It was super effective. All right. Ooh, yeah. Do you guys see this? He ordered 5 Phantom Forces. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Let's see what's in here. So jump back here. That's Anthony Kalura. Mr. Anthony. Ready? Pack number 1. Okay, we got Whismur, Zubat, Swirlix, Litleo, Pumpkaboo, Feraligatr, not bad, and Spiritomb. Okay. Have you ever had a girl vomit on your Wiglet? There we go. That's messed up. Yeah, it's a messed up question. All right. I got some interesting stories of my sexual adventures as a youth, but they're not really appropriate for a Pokemon card live stream. It's all locker room chat kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Not really appropriate. All right, here we are. Do you have any Japanese legend cards in PSA 10? Japanese legend cards. Here we are. What's a Japanese legend card? Here we are. Oh, why this peeling like a goofy ass pack? Ready? That doesn't look like a major hit. So for Alligator, the first one's pretty solid. We got Alo Mola, Skarmory, Bunnelby, Roggenrola, Spearow, and Bronzong. Okay, so that's a Spearow pack. The legend pieces and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Ah, right, okay. There's also like Legend Maker and stuff like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, where it's like half Rayquaza, half of another Pokemon. I used to have some, and I sold them all. Yeah, I sold them all. Yeah, they're pretty cool. People seem to like them, but I'm not a big collector myself of those. Focus my attentions elsewhere. All right, what we got here? I just opened YouTube. What? All right. Yeah, she doesn't know what you're talking about when it comes to the legend Pokemons. Okay. Frillish, Sawaddle, Purloin, Bronzor, Munna, Galvantula. Look at that Galvantula. He's a nice spider. Boom! And Gliscor. Ooh, man. 3 packs cold so far. Alexis, where's your Pokeball? Alexis, stream Pokemon Red. Alexis, join the church topic with Troy in chat. We are. All right. Very nice. Slide that in there. Okay, 2 packs left. I like opening the XY era because, in my opinion, this is the next era to get really expensive over time, which it kind of already is. I mean, when you look at the price of, like, Phantom Forces boxes, sealed boxes of Phantom Forces are ridiculous. So this stuff has gotten pretty old. Like right here, if we look down here, it says 2014. So Phantom Forces is officially 10 years old. Ooh, you got a red card looking thing back there. That's going to be a trainer, though, right? Skarmory, Roggenrola, Swirlix. Yeah. Well, you did pull some kind of full art type of card, but it's a trainer. Womp, womp. Oi, Huey. Homelander done killed me wife and nicked my boy. Yeah. Oof, man. I'm actually really tired today, and I'm not feeling great. Aw. Get in here and get back to work. No, I'm just kidding. That's practically vintage. I mean, 10 years old is old. 10 years ago, I would have been 25. That is a long time ago. I'd have been 25. Roaches would have been 11 years old. Aaron Roaches would have been 11 years old when Phantom Forces came out. It is pretty old. Humans don't live a long time. If you're 13 years old when this set comes out, you're now 23. If you're 11 years old when this set comes out, you're now 21. So yeah, it's in that weird, it's a further long time period. Mr. Stop Lying, you're 39. Nah, such a mean boss. Here's Munna, Venonat, Purloin. Here's Helioptile, Frillish, Litleo, and Swalot. And there we are. What do you think of my work schedule, Alexis? Alexis, I'm always working. The stream schedule is one piece of the proof, but you know I do all this kind of work outside of the stream too, right? To make this all come true. There we go. The math is mathin'. There we go. All right. Very, very few people get to directly look into my lifestyle. I'll grade it. Alan V card grade a solid 3. It's very old withered V card. Well, F me, says Anthony C. You got this. This takes the place of like a full art or, you know, whatever, like an EX. But in the end, it's just a trainer card. Darn. So you got a heavy pack, and then your other heavy pack would have been, well, the rest of them were reverse hollows, but the Feraligator's solid, if you ask me. I mean, if you're asking me, I like Litleo too. He's looking real clean. Swirlix, I don't think Swirlix is going to be popular. Somebody might be a Galvantula fan. The Spiritom's a non-hollow spear. So it's really the Feraligator too. But yeah, it's expensive to open these packs. Why do you think that that Dialga is so expensive? Because everyone knows it's going to cost bonkers amounts of money to go hunting for them. So that's where that number comes from. So when you open these, you're hoping to get lucky, but you really do have to get lucky. All right, Mr. Kalura, I love the big order. How many left in that box? I'm not supposed to reveal it. However, I will say you're like the only one who has purchased these in forever. I'm just going to tell you. Just keep in mind that might affect how other people spend their money too, okay? So, oops. This box, which we have pretty much only been doing breaks on, nobody really buys packs directly out of the box, has 3 packs left. And after those 3 packs, we get a brand new box as well. There we go. Now, it's not just about how many packs are left. Your real question is what's been pulled out of the box so far. But I can't reveal any information like that. That's too severe at that point. Here we are. All right. The only thing you know is that you just opened 5 packs. That's the only thing you truly know. There we go. All right. Can't allow actual searching. So, Anthony, you had a bag, right? I need that Dialga. Let's see. Anthony Kalura. Always reminds me I'm only 20 when he mentions his age. Anthony. Yeah, so 10 years ago, average player, you'd have been 10 years old when this set came out. What do you think of that? This is kind of an older set now. And it is ready to go to the moon. It's ready to get really, really, really expensive, just like Black and White era. Here we are, Mr. Anthony. Anthony, you got a lot of cards. Now, you're a new guy, Anthony. Would you like a free round of shipping? I get you a free round of shipping for your first time. So what I'm telling you is we can ship this current amount you got. We can ship it out to you right now as a gift. Here we are. Itchy eye, man. Set that over there. Yeah, I used to rip through that set. Grab this. Can you believe it's been so long? 10 years, guys, just like that. Damn, I'd have been 22. I know 22 sounds like it was so long ago, right? 25 to me is crazy. 25, that's like when I went back to school. I got out of Coca-Cola. I went back to school because I've been reading all these books about success. You guys know that about me? Some of you guys already know that. But when I was working for Coca-Cola as a young man in my 20s, I started reading all the success and investment books, and it pretty much changed my life. I read all of them. Not only did I read them, but I read them multiple times. So what was really going on was I was working about 12 hours per day for Coca-Cola. And in that time period, I started listening to audiobooks because you can walk and work and listen to the audiobook at the same time. And I didn't really have a manager. I just worked on my own, and the store would report to my manager that I did a good job. So there was nobody looking over my shoulder. So I'd have a little earbud in, and I'd listen to like a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or something like that, right? And there were some of these books were my favorite. There was like a list, top 100 financial advice books. I listened to all of them because I worked for Coca-Cola for 2 years, and I just started every day. My ritual was that you work 12 hours. Well, that's about one book. So every day I'd listen to one book, and if I really liked a book, I'd listen to it twice or even like 8 times, like some crazy amount of times. And yes, so that was my real education. That was when I actually got educated, was when I started doing that. Because you go to college, you go to high school or whatever, you listen to the TV and the news. Those guys don't know anything about money. The people who really know stuff about money, they wrote books to help other people, and you just don't read those. When you go to school, you get assigned to other kinds of things to read. You don't get assigned to read that kind of stuff. So that's the real information. Let's see. What's your favorite book? Oh, that's a really great question. There was a Warren Buffett book that really changed my life because Warren Buffett's a clever guy, by the way. But it might have been his book. It might have been someone else's book. But he was talking about a very, very, very important concept about how when you develop a business, what you're really working on is you're developing an asset. And when you're working for a company like Coca-Cola, as the employee, you're really building Coca-Cola's asset for them. And so this idea told me, wow, I really ought to consider opening a business. So that was really, really... the thing is, they said, okay, you don't have to go down the route of starting a business, but you have to treat yourself as an individual like you're a business. So if your name is Mr. Bob Brown, you're Bob Brown Incorporated. And when you go work for a company, you're Bob Brown Incorporated LLC, and it's your job to negotiate with the business and to make sure you're climbing up the ladder and make sure that you're investing all your money. So that mindset is really, really helpful. I used to listen to Trump's audiobooks about laundry money and how to avoid taxes. Yeah. Hold on, let me type this. The Art of the Deal is one of the books I listened to, and it really talks about how Donald Trump preferred to get into difficult real estate deals that were very stressful, they were complicated, there was a lot of fighting and disagreement, and the reason he liked those deals is because that's where all the money was. So he didn't like the easy real estate deals because there was no money in them. He wanted the difficult, high-risk ones that required a lot of negotiation and a lot of fighting. That's where he, and it's funny because that sounds a lot like his presidency a little bit. But yes, so that's what he was talking about in The Art of the Deal. If you never read that book, go give it a read. Go read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's a really good one, too. He's very good. So, Mr. Anthony Kalura, I'd like to offer you a free round of shipping. Here we are. Just as a first-time customer. Pop this over here. Oops. All right, we'll get you your email. And I assume that this address is correct. You got an address over here. We like to do this. If you're like a brand new person and you go real deep, we like to do your first round of shipping for free for you. The next round will be a normal $9. The rat race, they call it. Mr. used to listen to Trump's audiobook about laundry money and how to avoid taxes. We are? Wait, I already read that. Oh, you're saying I used to listen to him. I thought you're saying you used to listen to him. My bad. Yeah, well, yes, again, I did read that book, but that was just one book. Another thing I really liked was any book about psychology, dude. I loved the psychology books. I felt like, as a kid from a difficult family where, obviously things weren't right, the psychology books helped tremendously with adjusting myself and maybe just kind of recovering from it all, Hey, Mr. Card Daddy, is shipping always $9? For people in the United States, it's always $9. That's right. For people in the United States, always $9. If you're international, it's a little more complicated. We have to actually go and calculate. All right, let's see. Throw this all away. And now we're going to move on to Kevin Vu, 2KU Sponge Blop. You got it. Ooh, excuse me. And one Bandai Disney. So today, the news is that we have a restock on Osica and a restock on Weiss, Pixar, Disney. $5 for the Pixar packs. Excuse me. And Osica is still $10 a pack. Pretty expensive. All right. Okay, so one Bandai Disney. Where's that Bandai Disney? There are a lot of really great books. We are. I think Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kiyosaki, I actually think he's not a very good teacher, but I think he's really, really smart. He understands some things that he's not doing a very good job of explaining. I suspect almost that he doesn't like to explain it. Like, I think he considers it information that's so valuable that he feels you don't even deserve to know it. But he explains, this is the subject he's currently, him and Peter Schiff talk about a pretty complicated problem in the stock market currently, where they talk about how the stock market has to be overvalued right now. And it's kind of scary to listen to because, I bought some stocks, but they look at the stock market and they believe there's a problem with it because of the nature of the way people buy into it. So imagine you bought Pokemon cards the way you bought the stock market. Oh yeah, just put 10% of your paycheck away into the stock market. Be sure to put $1,000 a month into the stock market. Be sure to buy a mutual fund ETF, S&P 500 ETF. Everyone just says it like it's just this chore you're doing. But guys like Kiyosaki and Peter Schiff understand, no. You're shopping for a good stock that's priced correctly based on the productivity of the company. But so there's this giant amount of money in the stock market that's pushed into the stock market from people's like retirement accounts. Nice, thanks, man. That's Real Nukes renewing his membership. Retirement accounts, 401ks, pensions. So there's all this money floating around that's been printed up, that's been generated, produced, and everyone wants to park it somewhere where it's productive. So they just kind of defaulted over to the stock market. And as a result of this, the belief is that there's this big disconnect between the value of the money and the value of the dividends that the money earns in the stock market, and that it's essentially a bubble, and a bubble that just keeps growing. So both of those guys think there's a huge bubble in the stock market, and they think it's a colossal bubble. So that's why those guys talk about buying stuff like gold, international stocks, other equities. They don't want to buy the stock market because they think stuff like the S&P 500 ETF funds, ETF stocks are way overvalued. As a result of the zombie-like, brain-dead-like purchasing behaviors of the average American and the average pension and 401k funds, they think that those stocks have basically just been looked at as a guaranteed thing. Oh, it's guaranteed to give you money. And so everyone's just dumping their money, and they think of it like a meme stock, like the value of the stock, the true value, and the current price are disconnected. It's like a meme stock that nobody's even calling it a meme stock. It's just occurring because all these old people and even young people are just dumping money into the stock market hoping to win. So the stock market is supposed to be a gamble, but they think it's being treated like it's not a gamble. Here we are. They think people are treating it like it's a sure thing. And but they could be wrong, by the way. They could be wrong. What could happen is over time, the stock market really does just pay out better than any other asset, and better than gold, for example. Like gold has, when you look at the performance of gold, it hasn't been great. There we go. Get a better looking sticker going on here. 37 minutes to get downtime to my training at my new job. Nice, dude. What's your new job? Did you see I responded on Discord? I might have. Maybe you should bump it. I get a lot of Discord messages. People's messages get knocked down a lot. Anyway, so that's the interesting subject of finances, is what is the value of everything? And Rich Dad Poor Dad Kiyosaki, real smart guy. I've listened to more than one of his books. He's one of the really good guys when it comes to understanding that stuff. He understands some really important concepts about taxation and interest rates, how interest rates are actually a form of taxation on people. There we go. So, Kevin Vu, let's grab your bag. When the central bank creates the interest rate rather than the private market, so the central bank comes out with an artificially low interest rate to stimulate the economy, and only really large entities are able to trade with the central bank. This creates a sort of money printing through a money borrowing. So it doesn't look like money printing because it's just money borrowing, but it is in fact inflationary. It's fake. You put these fake prices on the cost of borrowing money, and it's artificially low. It's the same thing as money printing, because then these large entities buy up a bunch of this cheap money. They borrow it, and they use that to buy real assets. And this is passed on. So they take this debt out, right, and create an inflationary environment where the value of the dollar is falling. Well, they love that because they're buying real assets while the value of their debt is falling, right? Because in an inflationary environment, if you got $1 billion of debt, but the value of the dollar is going to half, like 50% of what it once was worth, then that $1 billion is worth about half. So big corporations and big banks, they love to borrow from the central bank to buy real assets while they take on corporate debt, and the value of the corporate debt is falling in an inflationary environment, but the average price of living is going up for the average American. So Kiyosaki, he's not very good at explaining any of that. He's bad at explaining that, but he sees it. He understands it. He understands we're in a heavy inflationary environment that actually punishes the average American because we can't borrow money at like 4% straight from the central bank like the big corporations, or especially the big banks, can. So he sees the unfairness of it, and he understands it. And again, he's just not very good at teaching it, but he understands it. And I learned it from him because he sees it, and I didn't see that. But another person who sees this is, again, Peter Schiff. He understands it as well. Calvin Fellman, only one spot in the Arbok break. You got it, man. Calvin Fellman. All right, guys, so we got the Haktua Arbok right here. It's spitting on that Diglett. Just a special break because it's pretty funny. We're calling it the Haktua break. I'll leave it in the front until it breaks. Why don't presidents talk to us like you, Don? Yes, they get all the assets. The common person gets higher prices and job layoffs. Precisely. So not just job layoffs, but their wages don't increase at the rate of the inflation. So it's almost like being trapped as a sort of labor slave. You know what I mean? Like a wage slave. That's the term they use. What's supposed to happen over time, the cost of goods are supposed to go down as a result of increasing improvements to our efficiency and technologies for producing goods. And this actually occurs over time. We get better machines, better computers, better methods, better training programs, better educated humans. And so what's supposed to be happening is the cost of a car should be going down over time. Cars should be getting cheaper. But the government actually borrows and prints so much, and the central banks loan money out at such a low rate to big corporations who buy assets that somehow the price of the car is actually going up. So this shows not only do we have some inflation, like 2, 3, 4, 5%, but it shouldn't even be 2%. It should actually be negative inflation. The cost of everything should slowly be going down as technology goes up in quality. So this shows you our inflation is not 2 or 3%. The real inflation might be closer to 5 or 6% because you and I are missing out on the reduction in price on goods that we should be seeing as companies improve their technologies to produce goods. All right, let's see. But the government and the central bank and the large corporations and the large banks, they all take advantage of us with, again, artificially low money borrowing and just straight up money printing. Leyland Osborne, Shiny Treasures, Korean box, and shipping. You got it. All right, one box of the shiny Korean treasures. Here it is. All right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So instead of enjoying the value of cheaper goods on a day-to-day life basis, cheaper TVs, well, TVs have gone down. So that's an example of technology really does bring the price of goods down. TVs have really fallen over time, but like homes and cars, those should be cheaper over time, and they're not. And again, this is because that's how much inflation we truly have. Not only should they be not going up in price by 3%, they should be coming down in price by 3%, thanks to our improved technology. All right, you ready? But yeah, it's finance is a subject that I think I'm passionate about. Not just finance, but the cost of everything. I like to understand, like, okay, the S&P 500 ETF, is it in a bubble? I think that Kiyosaki and Peter Schiff do make a scary argument when they say stuff like, look, everybody's just buying the stock market like a brain-dead zombie because every financial advisor on TikTok and YouTube say the same thing, buy the S&P 500 ETF, buy the S&P 500. Everyone just chants the same thing. How is this not? Oh, look at that. You got Fortress. Nice. Here we are, Fortress. I know some of those words. Here we go. So, if everyone's just buying the stock market the same way all the time, how is it not in a bubble? Because the value of a good is supposed to be based off the assessment of what it produces, not off of this, oh, it's a for sure thing. Just buy it. It's a for sure thing. You know what I mean? And they think it's time for a correction in the market similar to 2008. And so they warn all their rich friends, hold on, don't buy anything yet. Wait for the big crash. Of course, they're always saying that. And if the big crash doesn't come around, then they were just kind of having something called opportunity cost where they didn't invest when they should have. So this is the complexity of it. This is where it gets really difficult. Do you take their advice and just hold cash? Do you take their advice and buy gold? Do you take their advice and buy foreign stock and equities like, I don't know, whatever an equity is? Precious metals, mining stocks maybe, I'm not sure. Oil. Another one? A second God Pack, but this time it's a Korean God Pack? Bro! We just had one of these last night. All right, Leyland. We've got Mimikyu. Here's Haktua. We got Tinkatink. We got Spiritual Primate. Old Man Bombardier. Here's Salt Mine Minecraft. Here's Pidgey. Noivern. Tentacruel. And Treadmill. Wow, man. Very cool. No Charizard, though. That sucks. The other God Pack from yesterday was cooler. Why do we call it a God pack and not a Goddess pack? This is sexist. You are so right, Mary. Mary's so right. We're calling it the Goddess pack from now on. Welcome, everyone, to the 1 hour only daytime stream. Please help Mr. get to 90K. I miss 4 kids. I miss 4 kids. What are you talking about? All right. Lindsay's here. What's up, Lindsay? Okay, here's Tinka Tink. You know what? I don't have that giveaway set up. You guys are typing in 100K. I better set it up. There you go. And here is Mimic You. Wow, what a great box. Okay, Leyland. No Charizard, though, huh? We still looking for that Charizard. You can pull a God pack and not get the Charizard. How about that? Because you got Fortress earlier. All right, but this definitely improves it. Yay, I got a Quagsire. I got a Rock. Okay? And that's how we know God is a man. Here's Charizard. All right. Okay. Oh, Alakazam. No, Kadabra. I had it right the first time. There we go. Lovely fat box. Leyland Osborne. Glad we opened that. My pet Rock rolled away last night. I'm sad. Oh, no. Nobody in the world wants you. Not even your pet Rock. You know, Leyland. That'd be pretty depressing, I think, if that was true. All right, mister, you're going to start acting all snobby when you hit 100K. I already did hit 100K. I hit 100K on the TheCardconomist. So you're looking at a guy who already hit 100,000 subscribers. I just want that check mark back, dude. That check mark. Ugh, give it back to me, man. That's what I swear to God, you get treated with so much more respect when you get that check mark. I'm going to have 2 of them, and I'm going to have 2 plaques, too. It's going to be awesome. I wonder if I'd only worked on the gaming channel all these years. I wonder if I'd be at like 500,000 subscribers or some crazy number. Because, you know, that channel was growing way faster than my card channel. And, yeah, I could have just kept putting out high-quality content over there and just kept growing over there. But I chose this direction because I think, honestly, it's a better direction to be working. Is the Rocket Break again? Yep, we got a Rocket Break again. All right, we got a fresh box of Fates Collide, by the way, for the Fates Collide break. I'm watching at about a 2-minute delay. Not sure if you see my phone number for international shipping. I did. I was working on LaFlame's shipment last night. It was like all super complicated and stuff. So, Nathan, I didn't get yours done. Nathan, you'd be surprised. We got off almost at 5, and then I kicked my feet up for about 30 minutes and just kind of stretched my back, and then it's like 5:30 already, and then I start working on everything. I gotta like clean the table and clear all this stuff, and it's time to go to bed in no time, man. Like, I just start working on stuff, and the window to get work done is so small. Part of the reason for that is because we stream so much of the time, and so I get everything done around that schedule. But I need to teach Alexis how to print international labels and just make her do it. I'd be scared she messes it up, though. After 100K, will you make a new political channel to start all over again? Now, we're going to start a fishing channel, man. I'm going to go out on the lake. TheCardconomist. Right over here, the lake. I hate having this wire. This wire disconnects us all the time. But, yeah, when I picked up the phone, it disconnected, obviously. But look at that beautiful lake out there. We're just going to get a nice fishing kayak with the trolling motor on board. And every day, we're just going to go fishing together, and that's it. Nothing else. Zoom out. There we go. Zoom out of that. All right. Mr. Fishing for Boat Babes. Haktua goes up by 1, by the way. We got the Haktua break for the Haktua Arbok. There it is. Yeah, we're just going to start our fishing channel and go fishing every day, guys. Very simple. Film on other people's docks. By the way, let's get the giveaway ready since you guys want that. And when we're fishing, we're not allowed to talk about anything except for babes. Okay, Leyland, we got your shipping. Here's Anthony Kalura, the last 3 Fan of Forces packs, and I'm cool to ship. Thanks for the offer. Also, $1 tip. Don't spend it all in one place. Oh my God, you're funny, man. Okay, Pops. Back when stuff cost a nickel, right? There was a point where a dollar went really far, and so that's very relevant to our conversation about inflation. You know, where you could buy like a dinner for like $1 or a dinner for 5 cents or something a real long time ago. Shows you how much printing the government really has done. It's a tremendous amount, and it's a form of taxation. For those of you who don't understand, when the government prints the money up and puts it in its own pocket, even though it didn't earn it, it devalues all the money that you're earning and all the money that you have. So this is why money printing is so evil. It's a kind of theft. It's a kind of taxation you didn't vote for. All right, here goes Anthony Pumpkaboo. It is a kind of theft, and the government can just snap its fingers and do it. Fletchling, but you can vote later. You can say, hey, we don't like that. Shaboom, we got a heavy pack Heliolisk in this pack. Okay, lovely Heliolisk. I'm liking you, Mr. Anthony. I like how deep you go, and I like your taste in cards here. You're going after the cool stuff. But, mister, I want my stimmy again. Right. Everyone received a stimulus check that was printed out of thin air. And for a moment, you could buy some extra Pokemon cards. You could buy some Nike tennis shoes. You could buy some beer and lottery tickets, some bread and circuses. But all that money trickles up to the producers. You know, as you spend it, it trickles up to them. And then what do? They park it in the stock market, and they park it in real estate, and they park it in any other asset. As a result of this, the cost of retirement goes up, because now you have to pay more per stock to get the same dividend since the price of the stock doubled. And you require a lot more money for a home, because a lot of those guys will buy homes because they're scared of the inflation that's about to occur. So they go, okay, I don't know about the stock market, but homes should be a safe bet. So all these rich guys buy another home with the money that you gave them, buying up their Nike tennis shoes and their beer and whatever it is you spent the money on. Definitely not an asset, right? So that money goes up to them, and they buy more homes, and now you got to spend $250,000 on a junky-ass home, and your quality of life just went way down. Here goes, boom! But for a little while, you got some free money. And you know who especially likes those stimulus checks is the people in the society who are the least productive and have the lowest intention of ever being productive. So they don't care about any of this stuff. They're living off of some kind of subsidized lifestyle, and they don't give a crap. So they're just like, yeah, give me the free money, man. They want what they want is they want the free money to come all the time. So they're like, why don't we just do this universal basic income? Well, now you see what universal basic income would do to the cost of goods. If everyone got free money all the time, there would be such an increase in the price of goods that you would not feel like that money is free ever again. The price of food would go up ×5 until your little universal basic income would be worthless. Here's Krabby, here's Goomy, here's Chansey, here's Sawaddle, and boom, we got Jellicent. It was not a hot box. You know what this means, right? That means the very next pack comes out of a fresh box. No luck on this box. So yeah, I had known there had been a full art that popped out of here, but I believed that there was a good chance for a second full art, and it did not show up. It's super disappointing. Must be a bit of a cold box then. Well, if you think about it, your trainer card was kind of like the other full art, because I figured there had to be another thing in this box. And yeah, I think that trainer card you pulled counts basically as another hit, but it's just a trainer. So that sucks, man. All right, Anthony Kalura. Let's grab your bag. Spend. If US Stimmy, give Stimmy one more time. Goodbye, US dollar. Well, right. I mean, if you're an international country and the United States just keeps willy-nilly printing, but at the same time, they run sanctions on people they don't like. Let me give you a free card. Where are those cards? You want a nice free card? I'm going to give you a free card, okay? Do the 1999 Merlin Pokemon stickers grade well? Generally not. Generally, it's very difficult to grade those PSA 10. And this is the exact reason why they are so cheap, because it takes so many of them to get a 10. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. If you do get a 10 on them, they generally are worth a lot, so that's good. If you can get them to grade 10, it's good. Do I have another thing I can give you? Maybe from the back of this box. Here's a little vintage uncommon. There, some fun little cards for you. Oh, I'll be back for that fresh box. Hell yeah, dude. Well, you can start today if you want. It doesn't matter. But we're going to give you this round of free shipping to establish a sort of like shipping history with you as a new customer. There we go. All right, perfect. Oh, I already read that. Elon Musk, 2024. I would vote for that guy so fast. I like Elon Musk. Birdie Sweet, yo, long time no see. One box of the Korean Eevee Heroes. Don't know if my bag's still around. Birdie Sweet, I think your bag is still around. I think I saw it just the other day. All right, let me go grab it. Kitty, what are you doing in here? I didn't know you were in here. All right, I'm here. I am here. Tossing this up here, tossing this here. All right, we got lots of Eevee Heroes because I know you guys are going to want to open this. Since we pulled like 3 cold boxes yesterday, the fear of cold boxes should be receding a bit. All right, Cumbrion incoming. Here we are. All right. Yeah, it's kind of scary to think that the average American probably doesn't really understand money too well, but the average American votes. Here we are. Doesn't that bother you guys? I feel like the system we have, that is the financial system we have, basically understands that the market's pretty irrational and that people are pretty uneducated about money. So, you know, rich guys play in that sort of ballpark or in that field where they understand that the average person is not understanding money at all. You know? So you can predict what's going to happen. You know, you can predict that you're going to have a sort of high inflationary system where you have people begging the government for universal basic income because they think that's a solution to poverty. It's definitely not a solution. All it does is change the price of goods to be unbearably high. Or like price caps on labor. A price cap on labor is minimum wage. Minimum wage is a price cap on labor. It says it can be no lower than this. But that's artificial. That's a fake thing. Only the market should be deciding the value of the labor. It is. All right. Very good. Would that be the people's fault or the education system? Maybe a little bit of both, because the people could vote for their education system to include a better understanding of finances, and we don't do that. We focus on, actually, political activism, I think, is in the schools. So the schools, the parents in the schools want especially political activism rather than the most important subjects, which would all be, okay, hold on, we got to go through those. Stuff stayed in those empty bags. Political activism is fine, I guess, but it's not very valuable. Oops. Dropped a little hollow there. What really matters is, you know, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, did your child get rich? Did your child earn a lot of money and buy a home? Are they retiring young? Are they productive? Like, do they produce a lot of goods? Oh, here we go. We got the rare in the back. I'm going to pull this to the side. Beautiful alternative art Vaporeon. All right. Nice box, man. But I almost feel like you don't even need the rest of the packs after you pull that, you know? It's like, who cares what's in the rest? We already know what's in it. Well, you got to open them, though, because of the potential for a double hit. All right, there we go. I'm just praying I don't get a dupe. I got the Glaceon VMAX Alt-Arts as well as Flareon and Jolteon. I'll put this over here. He got duped. Oh, beautiful, man. Yeah, but so look at the person on your left and look at the person on your right. How many of these people are wealthy and understand finances really well? And I don't just mean like they understand, be sure to buy stocks. Be sure to contribute to your 401k. You know what I mean? Like, that's actually not that smart. It's not that, you're not like, you don't understand money too well at that point. You just understand, do the same thing everyone else is doing at that point. Right? Oh, these are just those ugly, okay, let me throw these away. Knowing to contribute to your 401k, your Roth IRA, isn't really that big of a financial education. You need to understand more than just that. These cards are staying in here. It's the same deal as the promo cards. All right. Okay. Here we are. We got Sylveon. Here's Raichu. I think in the end, finances ends up being a bit of a boring subject for people. All right. Here's this guy. Here's Jolteon. Okay. Here's a hollow. All right. Pokédead is the only way out, peeps. We can print our way out. How about that modern monetary theory you hear from the Democrats and the socialists that say, well, a country can just print as much money as they want because there is no such thing as money or something like that. You know what I mean? Like the money doesn't matter. You can just keep printing indefinitely. No matter how bad it gets, you can just keep printing. It's like, no, you can't. Whose idea is this? Venezuela? Here we are. Who came up with that idea? Law, so they think. Yes, have you guys heard of that? That's an idea that Bernie Sanders has spoken about, modern monetary theory, that the United States can continuously print money, and this is because of our military and our positioning. And it's like, you would think, but it's like, wait till investors decide this place is no good to invest, and it's got, I don't get it. I don't understand how people even slightly believe in that kind of stuff. It almost sounds like it's just propaganda. There we go. All right, look at Zimbabwe. Yeah, Zimbabwe. Birdie Sweet. We're looking for Birdie Sweet. Now, yeah, he has an older bag. These B boxes are completely full, man. Birdie Sweet. Brett. Here it is. Birdie Sweet, 923. Birdie, you must ship out immediately. We do not update bags. I recommend shipping out right away because it's 724. There you go. Was that my spot in the Hawk Tour break? I sent for 2 spots. Sorry, I didn't mention that. Oh, that might have been it. Hold on. Let me take another look at it. Hold on. I'm looking. I might have accidentally written you down for 1. Well, I'm looking for you. Kevin Vu, Calvin Fellman. No, that was Calvin Fellman's spot. We haven't gotten to you. Okay, Birdie Sweet. Here you go, Birdie. It's insane how much cheaper Korean Evolving Skies is. For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's cool, man. You should open some while it's still cheap. Is TCC grading still a thing? It is, but it's paused currently. It's paused. You know what I should do? I should bring it back right now, but bring it back at a tougher price. Here we are. All right. Birdie's going over here. There you go, Birdie. Squid Pokemon, cancel Wix slab away. Do a new slab away on Topps Chrome Eevee. Topps Chrome Eevee. Now, if I recall, you just slabbed this one away, right? Savanarith, Squid Pokemon. Where's Squid Pokemon? Ah, here it is. Aha! All right, Wick. He said, wait a second, I want that Topps Eevee real bad. I'll put this right here. So that's the Hawk Tour break. It's a special break. Jump into it. Let's get it done real fast. Is the Eevee still around or did it get purchased? Dragonite, Abra. All right. If it's still around, we got to go hunting for it a little bit. Let's go hunting for it. There it is. Okay. Ooh, from pricey to pricier, from $550 to $600. Beautiful Eevee. Now, normally there is a cancellation fee of $20. Let me look into when you put this away, because I'm pretty sure you put it away this month. Jumping up here. We're going to slab away. Squid Pokemon is under S. PSA 10 Wick, July 2024. So you just put it away. Okay. And it says you paid $20 into that slab. So let me think about this. Okay, so we'll cancel this other slab and you lose $20. but we're only going to have it be 20 bucks. We're going to transfer. We're going to pretend you had SLAB this way. I'm going to do you a favor is what I'm telling you. I'm going to do you a favor. We're going to transfer over to this EV for 20 bucks. Okay. So, let's get it started. PSA 10 EV and 600 is where it starts. And then it goes down to 560. You have $560 remaining on it. There you go. Now this card comes back up for sale. Okay. Slab away. Ta-da! All right. Pop this in here. Liking this music, is nice. Sounds like the 80s. Let's see what Wick is today real fast. Should be the same price. Whew. Plenty of Japanese Wicks. But English ones, no. Let me just check this by saying burning. All right, yeah, so the cheapest wick is still $5.50. Really hard to get a 10 on this card. 7.24. There it is. All right, beautiful. Up until this waifu craze, all these girl trainer cards were super cheap. Yeah, not anymore. NHCC, 2 Haktua spots. There it is, Haktua's moving. There's only 10 spots on the Haktua card. Haktua and spit on that thing. Okay, NHCC. NHCC. Do you have any Umbreons this week? Hello, everyone. Nope. There we go. People only want a few Pokemon cards, and it's disgusting. Men only want a few Pokemon cards. We got Francisco Cruz. He wants 10 of the Temporal Forces. I have a bag. Thanks, Mr. Francisco Cruz. Let me go get this for you, okay? Dragonite? Dragonite's pretty popular, I'd say. Yeah, I think he's popular. All right, here we are. Put this over here. Whew. Grab this. Mister, show me all your Venusaurs or Blastoises. Never mind Charizard. Put this over here. One, two. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Temporal Forces, Francisco Cruz. I feel like you can't get heavily involved in understanding how finances are working without eventually developing like political opinions about fiscal policy, the way the government spends money, the way the government prints money, the central bank. You always end up with a perspective about money. And that perspective leads to politics. Here we are. All right. It's Jacob Corrigan, the guy who I definitely remember. What's up, Jacob? Show me your Metapod, I'll show you my wallet. Should I sell my SLAB collection for a bunch of gold coins? That's a great question, Ben. If you look at the price change on gold over time, it's been pretty bad. You would have been better off buying stocks even. Stocks, real estate, pretty much anything but gold. Gold is one of the underperforming assets over time. If you had bought Bitcoin, you'd have done better too. So, no, I wouldn't recommend converting your money into gold. The gold guys are really hoping for a monetary collapse. In a situation where the money system fully collapses, the gold guys are expecting to win. They're saying hyperinflation will cause gold to become the better currency, and as a result, everyone will want gold. And so once people give up on the dollar and say, look, I only accept gold coins, demand for gold coins will go up, and or gold bills, gold, whatever you want to call them. So they're hoping for a financial monetary collapse or hyperinflation, in other words, to begin. And that's what the gold guys are betting on. In the meantime, no, it's not a very good investment. If the hyperinflation never happens, if the monetary collapse never happens, then the gold guys are sitting on a very pretty yellow rock that does go up in price, but pretty slowly compared to Walmart stock, Google stock, all these blue chip stocks from companies that actually produce a good and grow and sell this good around the world. So no, I don't recommend converting your Pokemon card into gold coins. If you're going to convert your Pokemon cards into anything, you could convert it into money to pay down a mortgage that's at 7%, since the mortgage rates are at 7%. Of course, if they lower interest rates soon, which it seems like they will, because inflation rates have come down to like 3% is what they're arguing. If they do lower the interest rates, all you really need to do is refinance your home at that point. So dang, how did we disconnect? I don't even remember touching the cord. I'm so tired of this Ethernet cord. It's so annoying. I need to have it I need to take the cord and connect it to the table already. That's super annoying. I'm sorry, but what I was saying is I would not even pay my home down right now. I would just wait for the mortgage prices the interest rates to come down and then refinance the home. So be sure to protect your credit score in the meantime. And then, yes, when the interest rates change, because I think the interest rates will come down to 6 or 5% at one point, because that's what it was before COVID, right? So once the interest rates come down, I would just refinance the home. So the only thing I would be doing other than Pokemon cards is if you're a real rich person, I would be considering picking up another piece of real estate if you're in a very good, solid position where you can leverage more debt. And if you want to be involved in being a landlord, I suppose, which I can tell you from experience now, being a landlord is not that great. Or if you don't want to be a landlord, the only other thing I would be doing is probably just buying the stock market like normal. So and this is not financial advice. I think you're supposed to say that. My prediction is that if Donald Trump takes over the presidency, he makes gas cheap and he focuses on the economy as part of his presidency. He'll be like, oh, I want to be remembered for helping people get wealthy in America. So I think the stock market, because he's very pro getting rid of regulations, he wants to lower taxes, he probably will build stuff. He'll probably spend money. So he'll probably spend money. He's actually a spender. He's not a saver. And all this will lead to a hotter economy. Also, the fact that he'll probably demand lower interest rates as well. So what I would be doing if I wasn't buying Pokemon cards, I would probably be buying a couple basic blue chip stocks and hoping that the whole economy lifts when Biden is out of office and potentially Donald Trump takes over. That's what I would be doing. I would expect the stock market to perhaps go through a small jump if he wins, not a huge one, but a small one. And then we'll just see where it goes from there because it is possible for the economy to do poorly under him as well. It's possible it's all in a big bubble and it grows for a moment and then pops. Who knows? Pokemon cards have done very well for me for a very long time, though. Last night, I think I spent $4,000 on Pokemon cards. So if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm buying Pokemon cards. We are Francisco Cruz. All right, we got your Lickitung. Last night, yesterday I gobbled up about $4,000 of Pokemon cards as well. So yesterday night, I bought about $4,000 of cards, and tonight I bought about $4,000 of cards. So in the last 2 days, about $8,000 of cards have been acquired. I also bought those 18 cases of One Piece PRB, which nobody, by the way, has pre-ordered, but I think they'll start buying it when it arrives anyways. You can pre-order a box of One Piece PRB with me if you wish. And we're going to be setting those away into long-term storage. It's a Nami manga set. So, even if those don't sell up super fast, I'm just going to be storing them away and letting them get older. Here's Christopher Went, 1 box of Weiss Pixar, 1 box of... Christopher, I bought that Pixar for you. Isn't that funny? Bought it for you, man. All right. So, Pixar boxes. Let's grab this. 1 box of Pixar. Look around for that Disney box. I know we got a Disney box, but the question is, where did I put it? Okay, so for the Disney box, I think I have to leave the room. I'll be right back. Can I buy the Gengar? Put me number 15 on it, Japanese or English. They get pooped on a lot for the stories of some. My current landlords are helping me keep rent low while I build up. Nice, man. Yeah, I mean, I think now is actually an appropriate time to be a renter rather than a homeowner because the interest rates are so ridiculous. But you could argue that once the interest rates falls, the price of the homes might jump. So you never know. It's like trying to look into a crystal ball and trying to know what to do next. Nobody really knows. Right there on the chair. Are you excited? Oh, you got a record coming today? Kara says record player that I bought her arrived in the mail. She didn't even see it. $250 record player. All right. Sniper Friend says, do you remember me from maybe a year ago? Patrick, I am 14 in 2 months. Yo, it's Patrick, bro. What's up, Patrick? How's life going? It's the number one thing that America can do to grow American businesses and entrepreneurs. The number one thing America can do is produce goods and ship it to other countries. That's the only thing that you can do, actually. The only thing you can do, produce goods and services and sell them. That's it. Nothing else solves financial problems. No amount of taxation, no amount of UBI, no amount of socialism or communism, none of those things can actually make you wealthy. Socialism and communism, you can argue that the producers aren't paying a fair share, but to actually get wealthy, you have to actually produce more goods. You have to invent things. That is the financial solution, not just for Americans, but for every country. So if you're living in a country that wants to become wealthy, everyone, first of all, has to start working. So if you got a lot of people unemployed, you got to say, no, that's not acceptable. Everyone has to work. Just like, if you're living alone in the woods, you would die if you didn't farm. So just like that in society, if you got too many people not farming, not producing, somebody else is paying for them, and it's ridiculous. Everyone has to start working immediately to, produce enough for themselves to eat, sleep, and retire. But most importantly, again, the competition for wealth revolves around innovation. So in America, we're working on AI. It's one of the most important things we could be doing right now. And our people should be heading toward, technology in order to produce the AI faster and better than China. Communist China produced TikTok, one of the best social medias on the planet right now. So this idea that you can't get good competition from a communist country is over. They definitely can beat us. And so we have to work harder than ever to produce technology that's more creative, but also more sophisticated and better math-wise than our Asian friends in China, so that we can be dominant on the production of future AI-driven technologies. And I don't mean like the goofy supposed AI of the grading companies. I mean actual AI, like actual artificial intelligence. But yeah, so it's a competition, and we either win it or we lose it. If we win it, our country continues to be a wealthy, prosperous country where it's better to live here than to live in another country like China. If we lose the competition, then our opponent not only makes the money and sells the money to everyone, including us, but also they gain more political power and favor around the world. And we could see our positioning fall to a point where we no longer benefit from being the number one. And so there's an actual exponential downturn on the value of the quality of our lives. So like BRICS and all that, right? BRICS. Why use the US dollar when the number one maker of technology, the number one maker of AI is actually China, but also they're the second largest trading partner in the world, and they don't do sanctions on you, and they don't mismanage their money by printing it willy-nilly because enough poor people voted for free money. You know what I mean? So that's where we're heading, is a competition loss against our biggest rival. They are an existential threat, and it could affect the quality of your life. Now, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be like this zero-sum game where one person wins and the other person loses. It could be more of a stalemate as well. But even a stalemate is so unheard of because back in the 1990s, we were so far ahead. It's crazy how far Europe has fallen behind China, but also the United States now is rivaled by them too. So our ideas have not been working very well, and we have to assess why we've been losing to them. But it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Our education is lax. Our education is focused on political activism rather than how good are you at math. Our rules are our lifestyles are too comfortable and too focused on leisure, but not just leisure, basically drugs, dopamine hitting. Our celebrities, we worship the dumbest celebrities, people who act really stupid. Our music, the lyrics in our music reflect this. And so I'm just spouting a lot of conservative nonsense maybe. But yeah, I mean, look at us. We're a country that used to be so far ahead in the 1950s that your wife didn't have to work. You could provide for your whole family on one income, and you could buy a home for like nothing. For like a nickel, you could buy a home for nothing. Now you have to spend $250,000 for even a starter home, and you and your wife and your side chick have to have a job all at the same time in order to barely make enough money to pay for the cost of living. So yeah, I mean, one of the big changes that occurred over time is in the 1950s, your wife could just stay home and produce children. The inflation is so bad, you had to send your wife out to work for you. So you both have to work now to provide one home. And it's just getting worse from there, isn't it? It's not actually getting better. And people with a very poor financial understanding think the solution to that is money printing. That's what got us here. That is what got us here, was the idea that don't worry about being more productive and working harder. Don't worry about producing more goods and innovating. Don't worry about STEM technology. Why don't you just go complain to the government that you need more free money? And if the government would just give you more free money and take it away from the evil rich people, then finally life will be good again. But there have been arguments like, oh, the wealthy don't pay as much as they used to. You know, I've listened to all the arguments. I've heard both sides for sure. But I can tell you the number one solution is productivity, followed by starting new businesses. So if you feel like your rich CEO friend makes too much money, go become a CEO yourself. Why won't you do that? Answer that question. Go be a CEO. Oh, I don't want to. Well, then you don't deserve the CEO pay. Go start your own business. Oh, I don't want to. Well, then you don't deserve to make the money of a business owner. It's as simple as that. Those are jobs that are needed in the economy. The government has incentives and rewards for people who become CEOs and start new businesses, and you don't feel like doing it because you're a lazy bum. That's what's going on. You're scared of responsibility. You're scared of a lifestyle that requires lots and lots and lots and lots of work, but you're very fast to judge them for their pay. So you don't want their jobs, but you want to punish them for their pay. It's not right. Someone has to fulfill those roles. If a CEO is very, 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 very overpaid, it's because there's so few of them. That's supply and demand. So you should set out to be a CEO today. Go to school and say, I'm going to school to be CEO of a major corporation. If you're not going to do that, then you have to shut up and stop complaining about how much the CEOs actually make, because they're doing a job that virtually everyone says they don't want to do. That's what it comes down to. They're doing a job that virtually the entire world says, no way, I don't want to be CEO of a major corporation. All right, then you need to shut the hell up when you see how much they're earning, because the supply of CEOs is tiny. There's almost none of them. Nobody wants their job. That's the real problem. Yo, right off the bat, a beautiful SP Buzz Lightyear pops out. Great job, man. All right. When TCC started on YouTube, his income was a joke. A lot of this new generation is so lazy. Well, that's why I'm not trying to beat up on people too much. Sometimes my language is a bit, it's meant to inflame you a little bit. You know, it's meant to get you thinking. It's meant to get your heart pumping a little bit. But, you know, I don't think everyone's lazy, and I empathize with people who have a low income and struggles in life. But at the end of the day, if you're not willing to be the CEO of a major corporation like Coca-Cola, then how can you sit back and get so mad that these guys get paid so much? They're getting paid so much for one reason. There's almost no CEOs to choose from. Nobody wants to be CEO of Coca-Cola. It's a scary job. You have to dress well. You have to be available. You basically are owned by the company. When you're CEO, you're like, you have no life, right? Everyone realizes this. And so there's a demand for those CEOs, and their pays are decided by that demand. People don't get that. People think that the CEO has like some big control over the company. No, it's a complicated process where the company chooses the CEO. And there's so few good CEOs to choose from that they just get paid bonkers amounts of money. And every time you see the CEO, some super old guy who looks really tired and like he's made out of plastic or something, you know, like he seems so unreal. But yeah, so if you won't become that person, how can you say that a company's not allowed to pay them what the demand on that person is worth? So every time there's a problem with the cost of goods or the price of labor, everyone thinks that the CEO is just going to take some huge price cut. Okay, we can't pay you anymore. You're paid 40 million a year. No way. We're going to take 35 million of that away and give it to the workers. Yeah, right. He's going to leave. He's going to go to a different company that also pays that much. You go, okay, I'm not going to be the CEO of this company anymore. You're going to get a shit CEO because I'm out of here and I'm going to go to a different company. So that's the supply demand for CEOs. It's got nothing to do with some kind of conspiracy to overpay CEOs. Companies don't want to overpay anyone. That's why you're so underpaid. But this is a result of you having no skills and the CEO having the ultimate skill. So if you're not willing to go to school to be the CEO, if you're not aspiring to be the CEO, if you're not willing to live like he does and work like he does, then you're just going to have to give up on this idea that you can just take his pay away and that's going to be some kind of solution. Only communists really think that that's some kind of solution, in my opinion. But, you know, communism just creates this sort of new power structure where it's a different group of humans who get all the money. And it's the Communist Party that gets all the money. So similar to Kim Jong-un, he gets to live in some sort of castle while all of his people starve. So you would think that communism leads to equality. It doesn't. It leads to inequality just like capitalism does. But it's a different group of people that get the unequal amounts of money. It's the communist regime gets all the money, and you get some of it. So this idea that you would be much wealthier under communism, maybe abuse yourself of that weird belief. It's actually more likely you'll be more poor, and there will still be the hyper-wealthy, but the hyper-wealthy will now be the Communist Party that has control of both the public and the private sector. There we go. All right. Wow. Nice round, man. I really like this. Buzz Lightyear here is a really nice pull. All right. It's a struggle being poor and it's a struggle getting wealthy. I lived in a car 15 years ago. I bought a house cash last year. You can be that person and be wealthy. That's the beauty of America. Yeah, I mean, one thing, America still offers a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of jobs. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of customers who would be happy to buy some cool stuff if you're willing to offer some kind of service or you invent some kind of cool thing. You go open up a coffee shop. You can go open up a... well, I don't know how profitable those are, but you can go invent some doodad and have them make it in China and send it over here and sell it on Shark Tank. You know, there's a lot of things you can do in the United States. You can invent some kind of new software. You can open up a franchise, all kinds of franchises to open up. Not even just fast food, but like healthcare is a big one, right? Okay, how about these emergency care rooms? Yeah, urgent care. You can open up an urgent care. You can open, a big business right now, helping old people retire, senior homes, assisted living homes. You can open up an assisted living business right now. There's demand for that. But that's not sexy and fun like playing video games, so why would you do that? But if you had the balls to get up and say, I'm going to open up an assisted living care center for senior people because that's what the market's demanding and I'm going to fulfill that demand, you're going to go become a multi-millionaire. And it's going to be boring, and it's going to be difficult, and that's why it pays money. That's how it works. It pays money because no one wants to do it. So they have to pay you to do it. So there's a demand for senior, and you might have seen them cropping up. Savannah this next, Mr. Savannah So with 20 Cardos. You got it, man. So, you might have noticed these senior homes cropping up all over the place. And the reason they're cropping up is because that's where the market's heading. It's heading toward the demand for senior care living increasing. So the market response is, let's get these senior care homes open. Those guys who made the decision to open those care homes, and they probably pulled out bank loans, and they had to be ready to do it, and the bank had to trust them. Those guys are going to make out like bandits over time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But yeah, so that kind of mindset that, hey, the market needs goods. The market has an infinite hunger for goods, infinite demand for goods and services and quality products and drugs and sex and beautiful women and funny entertainment and blah, 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 blah. The market has this endless desire for stuff, and your job is to go fulfill that desire and get paid doing that. But instead, you get a lot of people that just kind of go to their dead-end job, and they go, I'm not going to increase my skills. I'm not going to learn something new. I'm not going to go to school. I'm not going to learn something online. I'm not going to read a book. I'm going to sit here with the exact same set of skills. I'm never going to learn how money works, and then I'm going to go cry about it, and I'm going to go vote for a Santa Claus government that's going to give it to me for free, and then I'll be wealthy. Then I'll live a good life. Never works that way. Never. We've been increasing the minimum wage since the beginning of time, and it has never made the minimum wage collectors wealthy. And that's why it always has to be increased, because it never works. It never works. That's how money works. You can increase the minimum wage as many times as you want. You can make it $100 an hour, and it'll never make you wealthy. Ever. Ever. Every time you increase it, all that happens is our labor market becomes uncompetitive with China, and the price of goods around you change to reflect your higher income. And so you're never wealthy. And that's what the people on the left believe in. They believe in stuff like price caps on labor, even though it doesn't work. Ooh, there we go. Holographic site there. Look at that. Nice. Okay. They believe in price caps on labor, economic protectionism, which I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that. Even Donald Trump's a fan of that. I don't know if I believe in that, the economic protectionism. But yeah, that's their stuff. They think that that's what really works. No, what really works is innovation, the production of goods, the starting of businesses, people deciding I'm going to be CEO. It's going to be me. I'm going to be the CEO. You got to go make that decision and go live that lifestyle too, because it's a lot of work, I'm sure. But if you're like, nah, I just want to work 8 hours, clock in, clock out, use my brain about 5% of the time, and then collect a big fat paycheck, good luck, because there's a lot of guys all around the world who want your lifestyle and they want your job and they want to move into this country, and they're going to beat you. When they get here, they're going to do a better job than you, and you're going to be out of a job. And then you're going to be, what happened to me? Yeah, some guy halfway across the world decided to do a better job than you, and he just shipped the goods around the world. So it's a real competition, and it always has been. And I wish people would see it that way, and I wish they wouldn't see it as this sort of like, oh, well, we can just print money until everything's better. We can just tax more people until everything's better. That's not a solution. There we go. And we should tax. I mean, the taxes should be competitive. But I'm just saying it doesn't produce a good. It doesn't make money, you know what I mean, to tax somebody. There we go. The richer the medium become, the less rich everyone becomes. Yeah, and that's a sort of different conversation. Of course, you have to compare that with everyone across the world. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like if everyone had $1 million, $1 million wouldn't matter. Holy crap, man! The last 10 minutes you've been cooking. I'm cooking. Next up, we've got Nathan Arthur, one spot in the Hawk Tour. You got it, man. Hawk Tour coming up for Nathan Arthur. Let's get that Hawk Tour card out of here, guys. All right. Oops. $10. Where's it? $10. Holy, people died for this. Died for what? Oh, to produce a country like this, to get into a country where it's really nice. Here it is. We got these 4 right here. Yeah, definitely. Our ancestors built the country too. You know, they did sacrifices and they had belief systems and stuff like that. Typically, they were religious conservatives compared to today, where we are very, very liberal. And I think we're a little out of touch with reality. Okay, here's David Morris to my slab away. $20. You got it, David. David Morris. This goes down to 45. Thank you, David. Next up, we got Rigoberto Gil. He says 5 Cardos Pocket Monsters. You got it, Rigoberto Gil. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Are you going to spit on the energy card of the winner? Haktua and spit on that thing. All right. Oh, you got a little Chansey. That's so cute. Rigoberto Gil. Let's grab this. All right. Your bag's pretty big. Let's split this into 2 bags. There we are. Oh. All right. I want you guys to be wealthy, man. I want you guys to be like motivated and tough and interested and, you know, really actualizing your true potentials, pushing yourself, doing something that you're impressed by. Go impress yourself. Go do something cool, man. Don't sit around and watch any more Netflix. Take a break from Netflix. Take a break from whatever you're smoking, whatever you're overeating. Go make something. Go produce a good. Go invent something. There you go. If Americans get too lazy, it's all over. But I actually have some pretty complicated concepts that even I don't hear guys like, I don't hear guys like Peter Schiff or Kiyosaki talk about. But I have this new concept about countries. I don't believe countries really exist anymore. There is no country anymore. There's only net worth. So net worth is the country. Your net worth decides where you can fly to, where you can buy your second home to, where you can escape to. So there's no more border anymore. You know how Democrats want to get rid of the border, conservatives want to protect the border. There is no border. Their only border is money. That's the only border. Money is your only border. And the more money you have, the more you can escape anywhere you want to. The more you can buy multiple houses or just survive off of your dividends or whatever. So there is no more country, and this is why everything's changed so deeply. There was a point where everyone figured money out, and they said, whoa, the only thing that matters is money. America doesn't matter. France doesn't matter. China, Germany, none of these things matter anymore. The only thing that matters now is the net worth of the individual. There's no group that you're tied to, no religion you're tied to, nothing. There's only one religion. It's called net worth. And this is where I believe the future is heading. It's not quite there, but as we all become hyper-educated by the internet, it will head that way. Brandon Boutillier, slab away payment. You got it, Brandon. Brandon Boutillier. There is no country anymore. Only, where's my private jet? Where's my second vacation home? Where's my fourth vacation home? Samuel Barrel, one spot in the Haktula slab. All right, you got it, Samuel Barrel. The new border will be, you can't afford to live in this neighborhood. You can't afford to fly here. That's the new border. Other than that, there are no borders. We are. So wealth is the new border, and that's how things have changed, in my opinion. Now, this is all theory. This is my hypothesis. But there is no America anymore. There is no China anymore. These are old ideas. The new idea is, where can you go with the money that you have? There we go. All right. Question, you don't seem to have an American accent. Do you have relatives of a different accent? No, this is an American accent. I live in Missouri. What? 4 Hidden Fates packs. You got it. 4 Hidden Fates. What's an American accent? America. Well, shucks. Well, shucks. Welcome to my Pokemon shop. We're just going to open up some Pokemons. Mr. is a Pinoy. Mr., do you know who Tyler 1 is? Oh, of course. Mr. has a Japanese accent. Konnichiwa. Yeah, I've been saying konnichiwa for too long. I got the Japanese accent now. You ready? Here goes Samuel Barrel. Hey, that's offensive. What? Sorry, I think it might be the way your microphone might take it. I've been told I sound like an old guy. I don't understand that one. Is it just the voice quality or is it the manner that I speak? Because I don't get that one. Here's Jinx. Uh-oh. Come on. Gotta do better than Jinx. Oh, no. You pulled a Buzzwole. Here's a Slowpoke Pinsir. Last pack, Samuel Barrel right here. Kind of a cold round, Samuel. You did pick up a shiny Pokemon, but in fact it is Buzzwole. Not a great choice. Probably the manner you speak. Mister, when I first started watching you, I thought you were an old guy. Yeah, I don't understand that. I really don't. Again, so I've heard people say that before, but is it the voice itself? I don't think it's the voice itself, because I've heard myself speak and I just sound like a person. There we go. You sound like George Lucas to me back when I found the stream. What are you talking about? I don't even know what George Lucas sounds like. Here we go. All right, Samuel Barrel with the SA. I stumble on a lot of words. I feel like my brain does this thing where it tries to combine 2 words together. It's really stupid. So you'll hear me trip on words all the time. Here we are. I thought you were a skinny little guy with glasses. Oh, no. All right, you ready? Clicking on this, we got Kevin Vu, 2 Sponge Blob, and 1 Bandai Disney. You got it, 2 Sponge Blob. Where are my Sponge Blobs? Move this box up over here. We're getting a fresh box of the Sponge Blobs. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Should have known with those glizzy fingers. Hey! Here we are. So this is halfway done. If you're paying attention, there's only 10 spots in the Haktua Arbok. Very cool card, by the way. One Bandai Disney. Let's grab that Bandai Disney. Should have grabbed another box of the Bandai Disney, too. All right. There you go. Open it normally, please. Thinking about it, I think I talked to you on Facebook before you started doing the streaming on YouTube. I have to look back on it. There we go. All right, very nice. 2 SpongeBob-Doos. Tossing this over here. All right, all right. There we go. But yeah, you know, my brain really thinks about that CEO subject a lot. The price of a CEO would go down if the supply of CEOs goes up. If you told me there's very, very, very few young people who are interested in being the CEO, I would not be surprised. And so I think their paycheck really just reflects how rare it is for somebody to decide, I'm going to be the CEO of a massive corporation. There's so few people wanting to do that job that they have to pay them millions of dollars to do that job, to be that guy. There you go, Snow White. You just can't find anyone willing to do it. Ooh, look at that. Chocolate. Look at that chocolate. They don't have enough competition in their job role. Not enough people competing. Qualified people, that is. Oh, I just got a text message. All right, let's see. I'm babysitting. My nephew wants to see a sacrifice. What? Bro gonna have a heart attack. Who's gonna have a heart attack? Me? We are. Yeah, we are. I wonder about that sometimes. I work a lot, and I wonder if I'm going to die from heart attack from overworking, because the doctor told me that one time. All right. What's against the scissors? Mr. Smoochie's still on the menu. Well, Smoochies are free for paying customers. All right, Kevin Vu. Thank you, Kevin. We're good. Putting this in here. Oops. Happy Thursday, by the way, guys. We've been running for an hour and 36 minutes. It's 5:30 now. Let's see what order we got here. We got Mr. Mike Side Haktua. All right, Mike Side's jumping in. There we go. Grab this. New guy scared of the scissors. They started as Batman arc. Toss that over there. Put this in here. All right. Very good. I think Americans have to realize there's a big worldwide competition going on for money, and we have to really participate. We have to really fight for it, because all these other countries are so well educated now. It used to be that we were the only ones that were so well educated, right? Not true anymore. A lot of Asia's getting very, very educated, and they are definitely fighting. But it's good too, because they become customers as well. They become buyers of goods too. So, you know, there's an up to it and there's a down to it. It's just about your individual energy levels. All right, here we go. We got Aaron Breckens. Here you go, Aaron. Any more orders? Still a chance to place 1 or 2 more orders. Aaron Breckens. All right. Hi, guys. I woke up too late for work. Uh-oh. 5:30, I go in for 6. You better get in there, man. Gotta go get that money. Could I possibly buy Phantom Forces box and ship it sealed? I don't want to take a chance on eBay for that expensive of a box. If not, no big deal. Dang, dude. Yeah, I'm open-minded to that. You can do that if you'd like. You want to do something like that? I only wish I could see what came out of it, because if the Dialga came out, that would be insane. Take that, poo, and go roaches. All right, look at that. Beautiful. Roll it. We got Mike's Side going in. Look at that, Mike's Side. All right. All right, all right. Keep those stressful thoughts out of your head, mister. Just keep walking. Yeah. I don't even own a computer. Never have. I'm 35. I didn't need one to make money. Lol, 2 phones and working my ass off. I think I'm going to break down and buy one this year. You going to buy a computer? Yeah, you got to buy a computer. Computers are so nice. Morning poo, more important than anything. Yeah, it's pretty important. All right, I'm hitting refresh on these. So let me talk to you guys about what's been really hot on the channel for a minute. So what's been really hot? Well, the Haktua R box only got 4 spots left. Oh, look at that. We just sold some bulk boxes. Haktua, really popular. And then this, Cardos, really popular. This super popular. This Cardos box is just flying, dude. It's like almost half empty now. It's kind of ridiculous. It's doing too well. So that's really impressing me. And then let's see what else is doing really well. Just recently, okay? So recently, we still sell slabs, obviously. But I would say the Fates Collide break was going nuts last night. So we had this Fates Collide break. And we actually started a new box of Fates Collide. I was hoping... We got a box of Fates Collide with no full art in it last night, by the way. So I got the next box out. Here's the next box of Fates Collide. And we could keep running this if you guys want. Here it is. No full art has come out of this box. And we are dying to see an Umbreon full art. So we can keep this running if you want. Okay, Fates Collide. Fates Collide is one of the coolest XY era sets. I'm going to open a pack for myself. You ready? All right, Fates Collide. Check this out, guys. One of the coolest sets from the XY era that also costs so very little. Oh, look at that. I actually pulled something, too. That's so awesome. Pulled Tyranitar for myself. Wow. I did not expect that. It was rough. So this set has so many cool holographic cards in it that are definitely worth taking a look at for grading. But also, it's got some nice break cards. But more importantly, it's got that Umbreon card in it. There's multiple Umbreon cards in this set. All right, look at that, man. Beautiful. Got this Larvitar as well. Set him over here. Bomb-ass hollow. Mr. Sniping Packs. Well, I'm just showing you how nice Fates Collide is. You can just buy a Fates Collide pack for 20 bucks, by the way. You don't have to wait for a break. Maybe I'll put that into a booster pack or something. But if it looks like we're cooling down, then I can hop off and just go hang out with Karis now. By my house, there's a street, La Flame Drive. Is there? That's funny. Yeah, I was working on La Flame shipping last night. I pretty much learned how the FedEx shipping works, by the way. I figured it all out. Now there's the other problem. It's a lot more expensive than USPS. It's way more expensive than USPS. So I just contacted FedEx via email, and I'm hoping they will lower my costs if I just ask them to. I don't know if they will. But yes, so we got all the way through learning all this new verbiage and this new system just to reach a point to find out shipping a 20-pound box with FedEx is like $200. The same box could be shipped with USPS for $96. But LaFlame's really interested in using FedEx rather than USPS. He prefers FedEx. But yeah, I'm contacting them now to see if they'll do a cheaper label. Mister, you need to do more cardio to keep your heart healthy. You're not wrong, Eddie. Everyone needs to do cardio. Cardio is very important, everybody. But me included, we got to do cardio. Is the UFC hobby box still a break? How would you run that? Here it is. Yes, it is. We've got the UFC hobby box with Mr. DP, Trilfornia, and Ryan Shapiro in here. So there's 9 more people needed. You basically just get in this list, and when the list is full, we open all the packs, and everyone gets their pack. We also have this Marvel Platinum break. This might be the last time we run this, too, is the funny thing. So we've got this One Piece pre-order list as well, the Gengar Mega Break sublist, and of course, the Jungle sublist, which is brand new. Not even 1 spot sold on the Jungle sublist, but it will. It always moves eventually. Like, here's the Jungle sublist, Jungle main list. Here it is. It's moving. 14 spots. All right. Weight classes? Oh, okay. Oh, weight classes. What do you mean? No, everyone just gets 1 pack because they bought a pack. That's how it works. All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and route. You want me to email you about buying that box? Yeah, feel free. You can email me. I'll try to respond in a reasonable amount of time. I'm going to go ahead and hop off now, guys, because it appears to have slowed down at this point. I will be back on for the Thursday nighttime stream. You better believe it. Believe it. We will be back on tonight. This slab will be handed out, and we'll pick a new slab to hand out, in fact. And Haktua here will probably finish tonight. See you later, everybody.